Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tim coming at you with a first look at Forgotten City cloud version for the Nintendo Switch. We got this this week. It was released on September 23rd, 2021, and we got it the same day, the code for this. And I'm now just able to get to take a look at it, and I want to take a look at it with you at the same time. So, and my cat's here looking at something. What are you looking for? Anyways, let's jump right in and see what we can do here. So let's go to the game and get that started. So this is cloud version of the game, and basically, before we get started, I just want to say thanks to Ubitus for giving us a copy of this game. But I wanted to check it out because cloud gaming is definitely tough. You got to be able to do it. You got to have good Wi-Fi for your Switch to get it to. Probably even better when you get the OLED and you can connect it to Ethernet port that's going to be built into that dock, or if you have the USB version of the Ethernet port on the current dock, you could do that too. But right now, mine's connected via Wi-Fi, so we're going to take a look and see. Hopefully, um, things work out. Hitman 3 via the cloud has worked out pretty well for me. So let me make sure I can hear something with this. Oh, I heard that. So, but I'm not hearing any game sounds. All right. So, all right, I heard that at least the that I'm online. So, all right. Um, so like I said, I could play Hitman online, and there is a demo of this as well. So, um, but it's a one-player game, and basically what we'll be doing is, that's weird. Some of the picture didn't come up. I'm getting distracted by this, but basically, this story is built. This game was actually built on Skyrim. If I remember correctly, it's Skyrim. It was a mod to Skyrim, and basically, you are here to make decisions and investigate a crime, um, or solve an epic mystery, as the site says. And basically, there's also a time loop. So there's multiple endings. It's a non-linear mystery with multiple endings, as it says on the site here. Become entwined in the lives of richly detailed um, characters. You got to make life and death choices. Play as whoever you want. Solve problems with reason, charm, bribery, intimidation, violence, and be by cleverly exploiting the time loop. So that intrigues me as well. So, all right, there's the sound. So far, so good with the cloud. Let me turn it down a little bit on the back end here. Again, playing through the cloud, so hopefully we don't run into any issues. I was thinking about streaming, and then I realized if I'm streaming at the same time trying to play this game coming in, it probably would not work out well. So, but so far it's booting up pretty well here. Please help us avoid spoilers. Full of intrigue, plot twist. So yeah, we're not going to be playing much of this, so because I don't want to give away too much, but I want you guys to see what it looks like, how it's running. Again, I'm playing via Wi-Fi. I have 100 gigs per second or whatever, MPS, megabits per second. Sorry, I don't remember the technical terms. All right, so yeah, so there's a lot going on with this game. Essentially, there's a lot of things I don't know about it, but this is interesting. But it looks like modern day at the moment.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up.
Maybe
I
not.
checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe.
It
I hope
is.
you don't mind. but all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Um, Flip a coin. Select your body type. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. Make myself a dude. Character creation. Gotcha. Let's see. I'm pretty white. Um, maybe I'll give myself a little bit of a pinkish tan there. All right, let's go to the game only screen so you guys can see everything without my face getting in the way here. So let's go. I'm gonna go with my real name, Tim. Let's go with Timmy. 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 It's always fun to say. Save choices and continue.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
I was searching for ancient ruins. I was on a covert mission. Oh, there's other things going on here. I'll read those in a minute. I was on the run from the law. I barely remember anything. So, amnesiac, your recent head trauma has increased your pain threshold, making you 50% harder to take down. Oh, interesting. That was one of the things too, is adventure role playing. So it kind of gives me a little bit of D&D vibes too here. So, archaeologist, years of studying history give you occasional insights into the ancient world. Soldier, you have a military issued firearm, but only 10 bullets. You'll have to use them judiciously, since there's no way to get more. Ooh. Your time on the run from authorities has made you quick on your feet, and you're 25% faster when sprinting. I barely remember anything. Could be so I get 50% harder to take down. Let's see. I'm going to choose. For me, it's between archaeologist or amnesiac. I'm gonna go archaeologist.
Oh, you're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him? If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please? Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. What do you want to know?
Hmm. All right, so more questions here. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. This again, it's there's like 6 bullet points on this game. Explore an open world ancient Roman city with historical authentic art, architecture, costumes, and customs. Investigate a gripping non-linear mystery with multiple endings become entwined in the lives of the richly detailed, deeply interactive characters. Grapple with moral dilemmas which have life and death consequences. Play as whoever you want by choosing your character's gender, origin, and backstory, and solve problems with reason, charm, bribery, intimidation, violence, or by cleverly exploiting the time loop. So, and that was one of the things that, again, that's interested me because exploring the time loop or exploiting it, making difficult moral choices. So, let's see. What's your story? Her story. Who is Al? Where are we? What can you tell me about the ruins? Have you tried calling for help? What can you tell me about the
Not
ruins?
much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
Who's Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Interesting. So he washed up on shore, I washed up on shore, and here she is. She saved both of us. What's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean? Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
That's interesting. Sorry, taking a drink for a moment here. Alright. I'd really like to know, especially if I'm going to help you. Why don't you want to tell me? Never mind, I don't care that much. Really like to know.
Alright, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
All those Karen memes have really ruined that name, huh? That third one. It's funny. I want to pick that so bad. But I kind of want to say thanks for saving my life too. Uh, I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, something like that. But right now, I have bigger problems, like finding Al.
Why do you care about Al so much? You just found him washing it up too, washed up too. Where are we?
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
Okay. Have you tried calling for help?
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Okay, I'm sorry. Jeez.
Great.
I guess I
So
didn't
you're
have to
ready to go
ask
look
them
for
all.
Al? Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Flashlight. Oh, I can examine it. Okay. Yeah, that's a flashlight. Alright. Use L, 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 and L to move. That's kind of funny. Okay, so if I move too fast, it's not good for the cloud. So you raise the flashlight. Which cat? That'd be Yoki. Yoki's meowing. Alright, Yoki. Enter the ruins. That's not doing too bad yet, so let's see what happens when the action comes along here. My cat's telling me to be careful. Sprint. Alright, let's see what happens when I sprint. So far, so good. No issues. Can I walk across there? Nope, it won't let me. And let's see, so hopefully I'm not making anybody dizzy. I have this feeling like I'm missing something. But I guess not. Looks great, especially being in the cloud and it's playing great so far. What's this? Al's note.
If
Read.
you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground.
What?
Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place."
Mm-hmm.
Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation, or a warning. Al Worth.
Okay then. I wonder if I should go back and tell her. But I want to see if there's anything here. Okay, I guess not. This is those times I wish I could be online playing this. Maybe when I get the broadband hooked up. OLED. Let's go out and tell her. Let's see if that does anything. So I'm assuming that people will automatically just go in and say, let's go further. Let's run. Here we go. I gotta tell her. I gotta run. Hey, I got some news. Hey.
The ruins are just beyond those columns. Please, hurry. Back already? What's up?
I found a note saying he'd gone searching for an ancient underground city.
Sounds like you're on the right track then. Maybe see if you can find the entrance?
Okay.
Thanks again. And please, hurry.
Okay then. Let's then... I thought they're... Okay. So she's just like, okay, go find the entrance. Alright, fine. Let's see what we can find here. It's... Whoa. I didn't press anything. I'm in the water. I need to get some air. Okay, I didn't press anything though, but okay. Just like, here you go, you're in there. Follow Al's trail. Translate. Always remember they're watching. Okay. Don't be creepy. A young Roman woman in a pose of lamentation. Did the head just move? Wait, what? I swear something just moved. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Oop, I just jumped. Spect. An ancient Roman mosaic depicting a godlike figure turning a man into gold. That would be Midas. Roman gladiator. Okay, just kind of walk through the door. It's loading, I'm guessing, because I can't do anything else. Okay, there we go. Hmm. Looks like she was begging for her life. Wow. Scrambling away from something. More statues. My cat's going crazy upstairs. Alright, so far so good. There's nothing really intense. That's when you know if you're going to be alright, if there's any intense, something intense. Alright. But it looks great. It's playing great. Wait, what is she looking at? Nope, it never came. So it's all the underground stuff too. Did I knock it down? That's weird. Okay, interesting. Oh, wow. What's this?
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. In here, there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now and find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Oh, sorry, Al. Dude, that sucks. So, what's going on over there first? Before I go that way, make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope, guess not. That was the way to go. Well, I can't get back to up there. I don't think to tell her. Can you guys hear the whispers? At least you guys can see the text. Alright, let's see. Not much further. Before I do, I need to see what's going on here. Hmm. Well, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Use blank to cycle through your flashlight and weapons. Okay. So left or right on the D-pad. Let's see. Turn to your original time. Alright, let's go. So this is where I was before, but now I'm in this time.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Hmm.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here. We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March? It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the Empire are you from, exactly?
Christ. Archaeologist insight, so it's 65 CE.
CE? No idea what you're talking about. But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine. Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
Lead the way.
When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her, if I were you. She's, it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived. and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please. Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. He's up these stairs.
Alrighty then. That little hiccup there when in between going through the door in here, I think might have been just loading the game behind the doorway there before you got to it, so that might have been why. So let's see what we got here.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name? A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago. Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin? Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Ask away.
Interesting. Just cut to this chase here that we just were like, you're here to help. What counts as a sin? What did you mean when you said recipient Proserpina sent me? Why can't you investigate? Do you have any suspects? If I do this, will you help get me back to my own time?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
Makes sense to me. Or I'm not sure if that's a good idea. What is legal isn't always moral, and many of your laws and customs are considered barbaric where I'm from. Oof. That's a... Let's go with the tough... Let's go with this one.
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
Interesting. So, all those things that he said, and then you could also call him out on, let's go with slave ownership.
Of course. What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well.
Okay.
On occasion. But our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. I do not see the harm.
Okay.
Of course, but with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands.
I know a few people who would disagree with that, but okay. And of course, I disagree with that too. So, but anyways, let's see.
You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year? It's hard to blame the people for being angry about that.
What?
Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion. Well, right now, you're a long, long way I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
Alrighty. Do you have any suspects?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Let's just go with fair enough.
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can through it back to the past. And so you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine. I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
Little hiccups there, interesting, and I wasn't even really doing anything.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us, of this city?
Do you really want to know?
I have imagined it, our downfall 1,000 times, but it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it. All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future? I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
Okay.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for.
Let's get right to
If
that.
I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
Okay. Create a time paradox.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the Golden Rule?
Alright, I'm in.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Alright.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
Okay. Well, as you can see here, there's going to be a lot of investigating, a lot of talking to people, and probably not much of fun to watch in a video. At least since we've already been in here for 45 minutes so far. But as you can see, other than a few hiccups, it's running pretty good here. Again, I have 100 Mbps for my connection. And you do have to have a good that's download speed and upload speed, because it has to be able to communicate back to the server. Pretty good there. So that if that helps you in any way in making your decision, hopefully that does. And hopefully this also, so you can see what kind of game this is. There's not a whole lot of action. In fact, the game says combat is an option, but violence will only get you so far. And obviously that's one thing you want to stay away from in this game, is you don't want to make the ultimate sin. With that said, we'll find out more when I play this more. So I would say we'll end it here for now, and that way I can play some more, and then I'll update you on the next podcast, which happens every Thursday night live, and then is posted every Friday morning, so you can download it and listen to it on your favorite podcast app. So again, this is Tim signing off for the Nintendo Dads, and I will check you all later. Bye-bye.